Hi seniors, this is part one of our UC application tutorial. I'm here with Alexandra and Anallely, and Alex is going to be showing us how to create a UC account and start the application. So go ahead and hit create account.
Okay, for this step, it is super important that you do this account with your personal email, just so you have access to that after we graduate from Bayfront.
And make sure you write down your password, even if your computer remembers it, just in case. All right, so we are going to scroll down, I think. We're discovering this together. Okay, perfect. So when do you hope to start at UC? For all of you, that's going to be fall quarter or semester 2021. Okay, so then your application level, you are applying to be a freshman in college. Save and continue. Start the application. Okay, so we're gonna start. Alex is gonna give us her personal info. If you don't have a social, that's okay too. You would just skip this part. Have you attended a California school for 3 or more years? Yes. Your ethnicity, this is all up to you to how you define yourself. And then you can choose as many of these as you want.
Can I leave it blank?
I think it's gonna make you pick one. So it's just like in the US Census, there's not one for Latina. You would probably, some people put white, some people put indigenous or native. But there's not really like the right answer.
Okay.
That would work. And you could say Latina there if you wanted. Okay, so this part is important. This is asking how many parents you live with or legal guardians, and then your total income. And this income is going to be used to determine whether or not you have to pay to apply to the UC. So you want to make sure that you get a really close estimate. You should probably ask your parents what was on their 2019 taxes and enter it here. And then how many people were supported by this income. That is not just your immediate family, but basically anybody who lives in your house. So if you have 2 cousins that are staying with you right now and your mom or dad is paying for their meals, then you would include them in this number. Or if your grandma lives with you and doesn't work, you would include her in this number. Perfect, so now you can just review all your information, make sure it's all correct. She agrees with the UC values. She's gonna apply as a freshman. And then they have this nice little graphic. So you'll choose each school and then you'll choose the majors within that. Perfect, and you can always go back and change this. Okay, so now she's gonna choose the major, and for some colleges, they ask you to choose an alternate major, which means let's say Alexandra chooses something at, UC San Diego. Let's pick her major here. There we go. And so there's like the regular just psychology, and then there's also with specialization in clinical, cognitive, developmental, human health. And once you're into UC San Diego, let's say, you could probably switch within these pretty easily. So don't get too stressed about which one. So you're gonna pick that major, and then she's gonna have to pick an alternate major here. Perfect. And then I think you have to save at the bottom. Perfect. So now she has, for UC San Diego, a first choice major and then an alternate. So first she would be considered as a psychology applicant. And then if she, let's say, didn't get in under psychology, they would then consider her under her alternate major. So she's gonna do that for each of her campuses. So one last thing, we're gonna have, if you apply to UC San Diego, you have to choose the different colleges within UCSD, which honestly, it doesn't matter a huge amount which college you're in. It determines what dorm you'll live in, and it changes a little bit the general education requirements. So you're gonna go to rank colleges here. And I would recommend that you open a new tab and read all about these colleges. There's like a guide for students to understand, but you're gonna put these in the order that you want them. So maybe we'll come back to this so Alexandra can have time to do her research and figure out how to put them in order. So that's the last part of this section. The next thing that Alex is gonna do is move on to her academic history, which is gonna be in a next tutorial video. So we're not gonna show you that, but we do wanna let you know before you start that, ask your counselor for your transcript and for what classes you're gonna be enrolled in the spring, because those are gonna be really important to finish the next part of the UC application. So thanks for listening.